Jordan Chiles, with the backing of USA Gymnastics, has filed a second appeal in an ongoing battle to reclaim her bronze medal from the 2024 Paris Olympics. This comes after she was controversially stripped of her third-place finish in the floor exercise final due to a disputed timing issue regarding her scoring inquiry. The new appeal, submitted Tuesday to the Swiss Federal Tribunal, seeks to reopen the case and force the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, to consider crucial video evidence that was not included in the original ruling. The fresh appeals, one from Chile's attorneys and another from USA Gymnastics, are based on what they describe as a critical factual error in the CAS decision. According to both parties, CAS wrongly ruled that Chile's scoring inquiry was filed 4 seconds too late. However, newly uncovered video and audio footage clearly shows that her coach, Cecile Landy, made verbal inquiries within the 60-second time limit permitted by the International Gymnastics Federation, FIG, rules. In a statement, Maurice M. Chiles U.S.-based attorney, emphasized that a fair and accurate resolution of the case requires CAS to review all available evidence, including the newly discovered footage. We believe that CAS must consider the complete audio and video record that shows that Jordan without doubt followed all the rules on the floor and in her inquiry. Failing to do so would be fundamentally unfair and unjust, Su said. The new evidence and filing the new filings submitted by Chile's legal team and USA Gymnastics are centered around this video footage, which they argue proves that the scoring inquiry was submitted in time. The footage, discovered by filmmakers working on a documentary about Simone Biles, includes audio and video showing Landy making verbal inquiries at both 47 seconds and 55 seconds after Chile's routine, well within the 60-second deadline. This evidence, they argue, was not available during the CAS hearing, which took place on August 10, just one day after Chile's and USA Gymnastics learned about Romania's appeal that sought to overturn her bronze medal finish. With less than 24 hours to respond, Chile's team scrambled to hire attorneys, review the case, and prepare for the hearing. In the midst of the hearing, USA Gymnastics reached out to NBC to locate footage that might confirm when Landy made the inquiry. This led to the Religion of Sports filmmakers uncovering the crucial footage, which shows the inquiry was made in time. Despite USA Gymnastics submitting this new evidence shortly after the hearing, CAS refused to reopen the case, ruling that it was too late. Chile's attorneys are now arguing that CAS should have reconsidered the evidence, as it directly impacts the validity of the ruling. The audiovisual evidence which CAS refused to consider clearly proves Jordan's bronze medal finish in Paris was correct, USA Gymnastics said in a statement. 2 appeals filed in her fight to reclaim her medal. Chile's has filed 2 separate appeals for procedural reasons. The first appeal, submitted on September 16, asked the Swiss Federal Tribunal to set aside CAS's decision on the grounds that there were multiple flaws in the process, including the failure to consider the new video evidence. Chile's legal team argued that CAS ignored this critical footage, which was discovered before the final ruling was issued on August 14 but after CAS had already announced its decision on August 10. Additionally, Chile's lawyers raised concerns about the fairness of the CAS hearing itself. They claimed that CAS was sending key communications to outdated email addresses, which gave Chile's, USA Gymnastics, and the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, USOPC, less than 24 hours to prepare for the hearing. This short notice, they argue, severely hindered their ability to mount an effective defense. Notably, CAS and the USOPC had been in communication during the Paris Games regarding another medal ceremony, making the use of outdated addresses particularly egregious. The second appeal, submitted this week, reiterates these points but also raises additional questions about when the CAS decision officially took effect. Chile's legal team is arguing that if the ruling was finalized on August 10, then the newly discovered video evidence constitutes new evidence that must be considered. However, if the decision wasn't official until August 14, then the footage was unfairly ignored by CAS before they issued their final ruling. Allegations of bias. Chile's legal team has also questioned the neutrality of the CAS arbitration panel's president, Hamid Gharavi. According to the appeal, Gharavi has represented the Romanian government in financial disputes since 2016, including in at least 2 ongoing cases. Although Gharavi disclosed this relationship and promised to remain independent, Chiles and her team did not learn about the potential conflict of interest until several days after the hearing. Given that Romania's Ana Barbosu was elevated to 3rd place following Chile's disqualification, the potential conflict raises serious concerns about the impartiality of the ruling. What happened in Paris? The controversy began during the floor exercise final at the Paris Olympics, where Chiles initially finished in 4th place. However, after her coaches filed a scoring inquiry challenging the judge's assessment of one element in her routine, her score was adjusted, and she was bumped up to 3rd place. Days later, after Romania appealed the decision, CAS ruled that the inquiry was submitted 4 seconds too late, invalidating Chile's medal. As a result, the International Olympic Committee, IOC, asked Chiles to return her bronze medal, which was then awarded to Barbosu. What's next? The Swiss Federal Tribunal is now tasked with either confirming CAS's original decision or sending the case back to CAS for reconsideration in light of the new evidence. However, it is important to note that the tribunal will not declare Chiles the rightful bronze medalist. Its role is only to assess whether procedural violations occurred during the CAS process. Historically, the Swiss tribunal only overturns CAS rulings in cases where there has been a blatant procedural violation, lack of jurisdiction, or issues of incompatibility with Swiss public policy.